Personally, I haven't seen an advert for Lamborghini on SABC or ETV. You must be able to lay on the table the benefits of why people should come to you. So thank you so much, people of God. So today we are going to talk about target marketing. What is a target market and why is it important and who needs a target market? So I said a target market is a group of people that have been identified as the most likely potential customers to a product, for a product or a service, because of their shared characteristics such as age, income and lifestyle. So we are saying a target market is a group of people that has got something in common, and these people might be most likely that they will be your market. So I am saying there is a certain group of people that you have selected and target. These are the people that you know that they are most likely to buy your products. And I said identify the target market is a key part of decision making process when a company designs, packages and advertises its product. So when you have identified your target market, it's easier for you to design a certain product specifically for them. You might be able also to know how to package a certain product for them, and it also help you in advertising. When you are advertising, you know that these are the type of people that I am going to advertise to. Personally, I haven't seen an advert for Lamborghini on SABC or ETV. So they won't waste their time advertising on SABC because they know that the people who watches the channel, they won't buy. So there are 4 types of target market. You can break down according to demographic. I said these are the main characteristics that define your market. Everyone can identify it as belonging to a certain age group, income level, gender, occupation and educational level. Which means now if you target according to demographic, which means these people, they are a certain age group, they've got a certain income level, there's a certain gender, maybe it's male, there's a certain occupation, it's an accountant, maybe it's a certain level of education, like me, maybe they are ending matric. So you have identified a certain group. Number 2 is according to geographic. Geographic, usually it's according to the place where they stay. That is the area where they live. Which means demographic, there is a certain products which are bought maybe by people who stays in cold temperatures. There are certain type of people who buy a certain product because these people, they stay in maybe in hot areas. So you identify your target market according to the geographical area. Number 3, I said that physiographic, right? This segment goes beyond the basic of demographic to consider. This is about lifestyle, this is about attitude, right? This is about interest and values. There are certain people who has got a certain value. There are certain people who has got a certain lifestyle that they live. Which means when you are targeting them, you are targeting them because there is a certain lifestyle that they do, they live. There's a certain attitude, they've got certain interest. The last one I said according to behavioral. This is based on the past products or the past behaviors, which means you are targeting people because of their past behaviors. No wonder why if you buy something from shops nowadays. Yesterday we had sports day at church. So the guy said, hey, go and buy soccer balls. I went in a certain shop, right? I bought the soccer ball in a certain shop. When I bought in that shop, they said, can we have your details? After I have left the shop, I received an SMS. Thank you for buying from Sports Scene. Which means now, the next time when they want to sell a product or when they are advertising a product, because I am on their database, they will be easier to send because they realize that I've got interest in soccer or netball, whatever. Because I was buying for netball, I was buying for soccer, I was buying for volleyball. So they know that this is a certain behavior that Remember portrays. So these are the 4 types or 4 target markets: demographic, geographic, physiographic, as well as behavioral. So these are the four categories. But now, how do you know your target market? Now that you have got these groups, but how do you know your target market? Number one, I say you need to define your product or a service. Define your product or a service. You need to know the type of product and service that you sell. What do you sell? What products do you sell? What services do you offer? So you need to define your products. That's the first thing. You need to define your product. Number two, identify the benefits that people can derive from using your product. There are so many products out there, but now you need to people need to identify the benefits. If people are to use your products rather than using product A, what are the benefits? Why should people come to Membi Holdings and not go to, for example, I saw my brother Brian watching here, not going to AMG. Why should people come to C, not go to D? So you need to identify the products. You must be to identify the benefits. You must be able to lay on the table the benefits of why people should come to you. Last time I was talking about unique value proposition. What are you offering which is different from the competitor? Why should people come to you and not to go to supplier A? So you need to know your unique selling product. Unique selling proposition. I mean, last time, if you go back and watch our Facebook videos, we did some videos, I think 2 or so, about unique value proposition. Number 3, I said analyze your current customers. Analyze them. Out of the 100 customers that you have got, analyze them. What's their age group? What's their interest? What's their income? What's their demographic? How do they behave? These ones, they'll help you to push your product and to identify your target market. Analyze them. You might realize that there's a certain, maybe there are 2 groups. You might realize that maybe there are 2, most of your clients, if you arrange them according to the demographic, according to the physiographic, according to the behavioral, according to the geographic, you might realize that they are the same. They are almost the same. To us, we know that most of our clients for schools, we have got clients in different categories. We have got schools. The ones that we know for schools, most of them, they are in Soweto. We know that that's where most of our schools are. So it means out of the certain type of schools that we offer services, most of them, they are based in Soweto. So which means it will help us when we are marketing and targeting. When we are marketing, it's easier for us to get a new school in Soweto than getting another school in Alberton. We've got few schools in Alberton. We've got few schools in Jamestown. But it's very difficult for us to go and market in Sandton and get the same response as we get in Soweto. Because in Soweto, we know the schools there. Even if we are to market and we mention some of the schools, it's easier for the principals, the SGB, to buy our idea, because they know that they know the schools. So I am saying you need to analyze your current customers. That's number 3. Number 4, conduct market research. Use surveys, focus group, or online tools to gather information about your potential customers. Find out what they like and what they don't like, their buying habits, and how do they make their purchasing decisions. You need to conduct a market research. Sometimes it doesn't cost much to do a market research. Nowadays we are in the era of social media. You know, sometimes I always do this. Sometimes I advertise not for people to buy a certain product, but just for what we call exposure. So you know that when we post something about soccer, there are certain people I know on my Facebook, even on WhatsApp. When I post something about soccer, I know there are some people who communicate. There are some people who write something there on the post about soccer because they are interested in soccer. If I go to politics, I know there's a certain group of people who are in politics. So when I go to business, I know there are certain people who respond to my post who are in business. So already with this, it's a small thing, but already it's a way you can be able to do your market research. You know that when we want to do business, I'd rather go to and speak to Mr. Madil rather than speaking to my Gumare or something like that. I'm giving as an example. So you can help you need to conduct your market research. Number 5, I said analyze your competition. You need to know your competition. I always say this. Everyone has got competition. Know your competitors. You need to know them. The problem, some of us, we are even scared to talk about our competitors. Know them, know their strength. Last time we were talking about competitor analysis. We've done a video about competitor analysis where we were saying you need to know the strength of your competitor. You need to know the weaknesses of your competitor. You need to know the opportunities that the competitor is using, and you need to know the threats that are coming because of your competitor. You need also to do your own SWOT analysis as an individual. Know your strength, know your weaknesses, know opportunities that are out there, know the strength that you have got and the threats that are facing you. You use the strength to overcome your weaknesses. You need the opportunities that are out there to eliminate the weaknesses or the threats. Right. So you need to analyze your competition. Number 6, create customer persona. Now that you have done your research, you need to create customer persona. Create a certain type of people to say that my target market will be people in the age 18 to 30. They must be employed. They must be earning so much. Their positions must be so much. As it will be easier. Sometimes we do some specials on company registration. We know that there are certain people that we target, those who are not yet owning companies. We know there's a certain type of people that we target. So it will help you. You create your own customer personas. You have an ideal customer in your head. If you are to be asked or to go out and be told to explain the customer, do you have it in mind? Then when you have created the customer persona, number 7, I said test and refine. Test what you have done. And if it doesn't work well, adjust. That's the refining. You know these people who manufacture cars, what they do is they manufacture one prototype. They manufacture one type. They manufacture one car. They test the car to what they want it to be. They adjust, they test. When it doesn't meet the specification that they want, what they will do is they will break it down and customize it to certain and redefine it until it becomes what they want. When they are happy with the product, that's when they will start with the mass production. You don't start with the mass production if you don't have any prototype or one type that you are happy with.